on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
Good morning, everyone. I've got me and Papa Bear here. We're up on top of a mountain. We've been hiking probably about 3 miles today. So this is the beginning of day 3 right now. Day 2, we were on trail for about 6 hours before we got into camp around 6 o'clock. We did 15.4, is that correct, Papa Bear? 15.4 miles, somewhere right around it. I'll have it on screen for you all. But today we are going to Neal's Gap, so I got a surprise for dinner for y'all, so we will see you at the top of Blood Mountain before we get there. Hi, Mr. Armadillo.
What's up, dude? Now I'm gonna talk to an armadillo.
He's posing, man.
He is. So we made it to the top of Blood Mountain. We're gonna rest here for a little bit and then head on down into Neal's Gap for dinner. So I'll meet you all there. Day 4. It's been a rainy, cold, windy day so far, but we did get some trail magic. So for lunch we had hamburgers, hot dogs, some chili, hot chocolate. So that was a nice little treat to break up the day. We're about 6 miles away from our shelter for tonight, so I'll update you all whenever you get there. But for now, here are our stats from yesterday. So we stayed at Blue Mountain Shelter last night. We ended up packing in pretty tight with 5 other people because the rain was coming. We had a pretty big storm come through last night. So we were packed in like sardines, but we were able to stay pretty dry, out of the rain, out of the weather. Since this morning, it's been pretty foggy, low visibility. Probably about 3 o'clock now. We're planning to make it into a hostel tonight, so hoping to get out of the rain. It has stopped raining for now, so hopefully we won't have any more, but it is supposed to be pretty cold tonight. So we're planning to get in, do our resupply, get a shower, do some laundry, and then get back on in the morning. We did have some trail magic earlier today. That was a great little treat. We had some breakfast burritos and some cuties, as well as some other snacks. But other than that, I will see you all once we make it to the hostel. So we were able to stay at the Around the Bend hostel last night, able to get out of the weather. It ended up snowing and hailing all night, so it was a good thing we were able to get out of the weather. We were able to get our resupply done, do some laundry, and take a shower. And then on top of that, we had a nice steak dinner and all-you-can-eat pancakes for breakfast. So we were able to get our calories in, so the only thing left to do is get our miles in now. Oh, and here's the stats from yesterday. So I could tell you all about yesterday, but I think showing you is much more fitting.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know.
Breaking news!
It's cold.
Where those treetops listen and children listen.
Made it to the North Carolina-Georgia border. Only 13 more states to go. So yesterday we went from the Standing Indian shelter to the Rock Gap shelter. Pretty uneventful day outside of the mileage that we put in. But we did get to meet some Cub Scouts and were able to get some burgers from them. So that was a highlight for sure. Today is day 8. We started the day at Rock Gap Shelter, and we actually had some beautiful views throughout the day. We ended up taking lunch on Siler Bald and spent about an hour up there, and then we moved on and took a break later on at Wyabald. So we're now headed to Cold Spring Shelter. So I'll go ahead and throw the stats up for today on the screen for y'all, and then I will update you all with the weekly totals as soon as we get there. Okay, so I know I said I would be at the shelter. I obviously lied. We are somewhere else. I will not reveal that right now. That'll be in next week's episode. But for now, I just wanted to go over our weekly stats. So for mileage, I did add in 1 mile. That was the mile that we did on day 1 from the previous episode. So I will go ahead and add that into this weekly mileage since it was only the 1 mile. Everything else is from this week. So for mileage, we ended up doing 125.4 miles. I took 289,670 steps. Our ascent was 29,615 feet, which in miles is 5.6. And our descent was 28,472 feet, which is 5.4 miles. So I looked at that in terms of how much elevation it is to go to the top of Mount Everest and then back down. So that would be the equivalent of going up and down Mount Everest 2.5 total times. So we did a decent amount of walking this week is what that really breaks down to. But so that's all I had for y'all for this video. Follow along next week. We'll be going through further into the Smoky Mountains and then further on even from that throughout next week. So tune back in, but until then, y'all, stay blessed and happy trails.